Hey, it's Rebecca, and this is my weekly check-in talking about how things are going for me on a pharmaceutical antidepressant that is for depression as a symptom of my PTSD related to domestic violence. And it was a pretty rough week. I usually do these recaps on Saturdays, but today is Sunday. I was not able to get anything uploaded last night because just been having some issues with my housemate, and though we're both moving at the end of the month, she went ahead and already disconnected the internet, so I wasn't able to get anything uploaded over my data connection on my phone. I figured I would just head to campus and take care of that here in one of the study spaces, but now even though the internet says that a lot of buildings are open today, I did check. None of the buildings are open. So found a little place outside that is kind of sheltered from the wind, and it's a little chilly out, but figured I'd just get this taken care of. So yeah, the reason things are closed at campus is because it's spring break, and I'm excited about that, but I did have to get through finals to get here, so that was definitely a big part of my week in the last 7-8 days. It's getting ready for and taking all my finals. In fact, a lot of the stress that I have right now with some stuff with my housemate was actually really triggering this week, and I had to reschedule one of my exams, and I just was so happy that I had already been in touch with the accommodations center here on campus that helped me get the rescheduling taken care of so they could accommodate my issues with my anxiety disorder. PTSD is, dropping things. PTSD is an anxiety disorder. And so it didn't go quite as great as I hoped it would, my exam that I had to reschedule, but I'm sure it went well enough, and I got a good enough grade, and I am not going to be upset about not getting straight A's, and I'll just be fine with getting good grades. So that's mostly it. I'll check my notes again here. I always forget what I want to say. Henry needs a little bit of work, but I think it'll be okay once I figure out how to get him to the shop. I don't think it's going to be a major expense. So kind of crazy week, but I was able to take care of the things I need to take care of, and it's just kind of rolling with it. And speaking of rolling with it, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you that another super awesome thing happened this week. And on Friday, I got promoted to my blue belt in jiu-jitsu. For those of you who don't know, that is the second of 5 belts that we have in this ranking system. And there is no totally set, codified measure of what a distinction is going from one belt level to another, or any of the intermediate levels within each belt. But so like in one way it's kind of meaningless, but in another way it has a lot of meaning as far as a communication tool between the coach and the student, or the sensei and the student, or however they want to refer to themselves. I train at an MMA gym, so he goes by coach. But I'm super proud of myself, and before last year, if anyone had told me that I would be involved in martial arts or some sort of combat sport, and also like having achievements within that realm, I would not have believed them. I would have thought that was so out of reach for me. I was so awkward. I was so afraid of being like physical, and here I am just loving this. It has helped me so much with so many things in my life and so many aspects of my own healing from violence that it just makes me really grateful that I have worked so hard on my own recovery, and it is really hard work. And even though PTSD is still enough of my life for me to decide to write about it and talk about it regularly and publicly, doesn't mean that it's such a big part of my life that it's overshadowing everything. It is so hard at first, and for those of you still in those earlier stages of getting a handle on what PTSD is, how it affects your life, and how you can hope to handle it, I just want you to know that you can get through this. Some days are going to be worse than others. You'll feel like you make major backslides. You'll feel like you made so much progress, nothing could ever bring you down again, and then something does. It is such a roller coaster of an experience, but if you think that it's too late for you, that you're just too fucked up from all the stuff that you've been through, if you're just never going to be okay again and you gave too much of your life to that person who hurt you, there is still so much more life out there for you to take and to do what you want with it and to get through all of the things that you have to get through so that you can have a life that makes you happy. So I hope that you have some happiness this week, and I will talk to you next weekend.